Hey, what's up guys? This is Sohan and you are watching your Technical Spark channel. Friends, in previous video which is part 1 and part 2, I have introduced you with the Microsoft Excel, and in the second part I have demonstrated how exactly you can install Microsoft Excel step by step in a traditional method as well as the custom method, where you are just only installing one specific app instead of all bunch of application which Microsoft provides under the suite. And now in this video we'll mostly focus on the Microsoft Excel, that how exactly you can get started, because it's very important guys for you to understand the topic or the product which you have learned from the very much basic. Okay, and in this particular series I'll cover everything. So whether you have very minimal knowledge of Microsoft Excel, or you are just starting freshly, or I have little bit of idea, this particular video covers everything. And I'm pretty sure by end of this video you will feel confident. Don't get confused guys, because here we have so many options, but I'll make your life easy after this video. And you will be able to use Microsoft Excel more effectively than now. And guys, all the things which is I'm going to explain here, it will work in all the versions of Excel, whether you are using on-premise Excel or cloud. On-premise means the way we have installed Microsoft Excel on this PC, right? As well as if you are using Excel in the cloud version, like Microsoft Cloud. So we have online version, or you can say web version of Microsoft Excel. So there also you will get the same option. So there is no much difference on the on-premise as well as the cloud version. Everything is same guys. So now let's come to the topic. So very first we'll learn how to create the workbook and save that. Okay, so as you must have saw how exactly I have opened this. So I'll repeat this action again. So what I have done, I just went to the start menu, and here you can directly search for the your app like Microsoft Excel, or you can directly go to the apps and click here. So just for your reference, I'll just search here Microsoft Excel. And here is the application, right? So let's click on that. And whenever you open guys, so this type of things you will see just popping up on your desk when you first time open Microsoft Excel. So here we have very first option, that is blank. Okay, and here we have customize templates available. And in the recent tab I could see the document list which is previously I have opened, right? So these are the documents on which I used to work previously, so it's showing in the recent. Now here we have one more options. So if you are opening any documents very frequently, then you can simply pin those document here, so it will appear at the top. Now how exactly you can pin that? So you can simply click on this pin option in the document which you recently use. So see, the pin has been enabled. Now if I go back to the pin here, it will show that particular document available here. So I can simply click on that and open that document irrespective of where it's saved. So as you see that this particular document is saved in my document folder, right? Now let's go to the top. So here we have new document options. So when you click here, you will see you will be able to open very much blank document. You can see there is nothing is mentioned here. It's completely fresh. Now the option which I was talking about, like let me just click on new, and here you can see the same thing, right? Now in the previous screen, the template which was showing here, now all the templates are showing in the down. So if you know what type of documents you are going to create, so instead of creating everything from the scratch, what you can do, you can directly search that particular template here. So let's say here we have calendar, right? Or I'll just search for the timetable, enter. So now it's querying my online for the available templates on the timetable. So here I got the couple of templates. So just for the reference, what I'll do, I'll just open student schedule. Okay, now what it says, we need to create that. So when you create that, it will basically download from the internet, which is Microsoft actual site. And see, you don't have to work here anything. So basically you just have to add one of the column like student name or something like that, and that's it. This is how all the things will be pre-configured. So this is the beauty of the templates. Okay, now let me just close that, and we'll start from the very much scratch. Now whenever the blank Excel sheet is open, you will see this type of layout here. So very first we have the tabs like home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review and view, and followed by help. So this is your primary tabs, and under this, you whatever these things you are seeing here, the tabs, that is a layout, and this is also called as a ribbon. Now guys, when you start working on the Excel, right, so this is kind of a sheet where you enters in the data in a different cells. Okay, but where exactly it gets stored? So currently all the data is going to be get stored into the sheet 1. Okay, so here you can mention any type of data. So similarly you can create multiple sheets. Okay, sheet 2, sheet 3 to enter your data, and whatever your data you are going to enter here, okay, it will be separate from each other sheet. So as you saw, in sheet 1 we don't have any data, but when I go to the sheet 2, earlier I have selected this row from C5 to F5, right? So this is what stays as is. Similarly here I have selected one column from C3 cell to C11, so it stays as is. So this is the beauty of Excel, that in a single workbook you can save multiple data. So what does it called? So this is called sheet, or you can say spreadsheet, and this for the collective, this sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, we give a name as a workbook. Now let's try to understand what exactly this sheet cells are called. So whenever we are working on the sheets, okay, so we have there's the alphabets here, and in the left side we have numbers. So these are the columns. Okay, so how exactly the columns are defined? So when you click on any alphabet, right, so the entire that particular column gets selected, so we call it as a column D. Now if I click on E column, then the entire E column is selected. So this is column D, column E, column G, column H. Okay, similarly here we have numbers, right? So if I click on any of the number, let's say 4, so this is row number 4, row 6, row 7, row 8. And if you notice guys, whenever I'm clicking on any row or any column, there's the selected cell number or row is get populates here. So let's say if I'm just selecting row 10, okay, it shows A10. Now if I select just a column, then it shows E1. Okay, because E, from where exactly our selection start, this is just alphabets, but our actual selection start from the first column, which is E1. Now if I just click on any of the random numbers, right, so here it says D5, you can see the number here which gets populated. Now if I just click on F column, okay, this particular cell, then it says F4, G6, I7. Now after you understand what is exactly cell is and how exactly it can be defined or named, now we'll learn about the range. So guys, range is nothing but when you are selecting one of the point and dragging your mouse to somewhere to the different place, so whatever the cells which is got selected, that's called as a range. You can select any range the way you want. Okay, so that's how basically it's defined. And whenever you select this, you can see when from where exactly I have started this, I have started from the E4, right, to the end is H11. Now whenever I select the this particular range, guys, if you check here, okay, now let me just search one of two so that you will notice. So it's showing 2 rows 2 column. Okay, so this is how basically it will help you to understand, and it does the job very great guys. Right now if you are a very beginner, so you might get confused, but don't worry, as the way you start practicing or working on this Excel sheet, you will get very much used to. So what basically we have learned so far? So we have learned column, then rows, then cell, and range. And all the things which I have shown here are all done on your sheet, or you can say worksheet, and currently is named as a sheet 1. But if you want, you can change or rename that sheet to anything you want. So let's say I'm just giving the changing this particular name to Excel practice. Okay, so this particular gives me the fair idea. So whatever I'm going to enter in this particular sheet, that is regarding the Excel practice. Okay, now similarly, whatever the sheets you have, which is sheet 2, sheet 3, okay, you can give them a different name, so that whenever you open this particular Excel, okay, you will be able to understand what exactly data present inside the each sheet, so that you don't have to search everywhere, because this particular Excel sheet contains hell lot of columns as well as cells. Now guys, this is very basic, but to work with the Excel, we also need to understand this layout. Okay, the whatever the option mentioned in the ribbon. And guys, here we have multiple tabs as I explained previously: home, insert, page out. And whenever you click on any of the tab, all the options as well as button which is available inside this are gets changed. Don't worry, I'll be creating very much dedicated video, because to explain each tab I would be required at least 45 50 to 1 hour of time. Okay, then only I'll be able to cover all the features which is available here by showing how exactly you can utilize in your real life practically. And my next video will only be focusing on the home tab. So make sure this is part 3. So once you are done with this particular video, you watch part 4. But for this video, you just understand all the features which is mentioned here are called as a ribbon. Okay, and this is called as a group. So this is clipboard group, this is font group, this is alignment group, number group, style group, sales group, editing group, and add-ins. So this is all groups which is you can say separated by the standing line, right? So these are all groups, and this is collectively called as a ribbon. And very at the top we have this home, insert, page layout buttons. Now guys, if you notice here, okay, some of the groups are, because each and every option cannot be fit or fixed into this small groups, right? So we have one launch button available. So when you click on that, the another window opens, which means the more options, the option which is doesn't get fit in this particular group section. Okay, so they have added the launch button where you will see so many other options like number, alignment, font, border, fill, protection. So there are so many other options are available, okay, which is gets available when you click on this launch button. Some people just say launcher, so it has a different name. So depends on the what exactly task or output you want to achieve, you have to utilize this. But what exactly those options are contents here, so that is something I will teach you in the coming days. So no need to worry about these particular things. Okay, so this is just understand. So we have so many options in the each of every group section whenever there is a launch button is available. Now let's go back to the home button. Now guys, apart from this, what exactly we have? So we have here one slide bar. So with the help of this slide bar, you can move your screen up or down. Okay, then we have here one horizontal scroll bar. So here basically you will be able to move your screen in the right or left. After that, we have one zoom in, zoom out bar. So here, as you could see, you will be able to zoom in or zoom out your Microsoft Excel. And guys, by moving your scroll bar, horizontal bar, or your zoom in, zoom out, it doesn't change any of your data. Okay, so it just provided for you guys so that you will be able to read or work on your data more easily. But it doesn't change the data. Okay, now guys, here we have some more page view options available. For an example, page break preview. Okay, so there are total 3 options are available. Then second one is page layout, but maximum users are using this normal button, because here we get all the data visible very much clearly. And now at the left hand side top here, what is called name box. Okay, so whenever you click on any of the cell, as you saw, this particular things name get changed, because it's completely depends on which cell you are clicking or selecting. Accordingly this get updates. So there are so many things which is been done with the help of this name box, but that is something which you will understand in later videos, because this is our from beginners to advanced full course. So right now we'll only cover the things which is required as a beginners, okay, to get started. And now guys, here we have quick access toolbar. Okay, so what are the options you want, you will be able to select here. Let's say I'm just selecting new. So see, new, whenever if I click on this particular icon, the new Excel will get open. Okay, so similarly, as per your requirement, you will be able to configure this as required. Okay, so that it will be easier for you to work on the Excel. So whatever the things which you are doing very much frequently, you can add those shortcut here. So in short, it will give you the quick access for all the options which you are working regularly. And here basically it's a title. Okay, so book 1 is a title of my Excel workbook or worksheet. Okay, because we have just created this particular Excel file from the start. we haven't opened any saved workbook. So that's the reason whenever you open such type of Excel in the that way, it will give the name as a book 1. So if I open another fresh Excel, okay, it will give the book 2 until and unless we save this file with some of the name. Now here we have close button. So if I click on close button, okay, it will close everything. Okay, so let me just try to close this. But what it says, I have some data in this. Okay, so if I just click on don't save, then it will close, but it will not save anything. So what we need to do, we need to save first, right? So that is, we'll see later. Now the second one is minimize maximize. So basically here you will be able to change how exactly you would like to place your Excel, right? So here also you have a couple of options available. As well as if you just move your mouse, then here also you will be able to choose where exactly you would like to place your Microsoft Excel. Okay, and the third option is your minimize option. So when you click on this, you will be able to minimize your Microsoft Excel completely. Now let me open, and here basically your account from which ID currently you have logged in. So I have logged in with sohanji@technicalspark.com. Now here we have another thing which is called formula bar. Okay, so when you click on this particular link, you will be able to type anything here. So where exactly, whenever you type anything, so where the irrespective of whether you have selected a range or any specific table, so if you enter anything, it will write on the very first cell. So this particular range start with a B2. So that's the reason is whatever I have typed here in the formula bar, that same credentials are or text are reflected in the B2 cell. So if I click on here we have everything empty. Now let me just click on this and type something. Yeah, all the keywords are get replicated here. Now let me delete this. Let me press the button on the keyboard, the delete, and everything is got wiped out. And this is, guys, this is not just a simple bar to enter the text. There are so many things which we can do with the formula bar. Hundreds of formulas we can use using this particular bar. Okay, and whenever the texts are very longer, guys, so let's say we have lots of text available inside this. Okay, so it's very difficult to read everything in the single cell. So at that time, what you can do, you can just click on this drop down arrow, and your Excel, this particular formula bar will get bigger, and you can adjust this as per your requirement, how much text is present, so that you will be able to read all the data inside that very much properly. Now let me just restore this. Now hopefully, guys, you have now understood that what exactly these Excels are use, and what are the options are present inside this. Let's say in tab. Okay, this is your ribbon, page layout, then what are the options which we have. So once you understand this, then now you are ready to begin for the next steps. Now before we move to the next, okay, let's very first try to save this Excel file. So here, guys, we have option save option at the top of this screen. Okay, and just for your information, when you single click, okay, it will give the option restore, minimize, close. So the all option which you are getting in the right hand side, same options you are get when you click on the Excel icon. Okay, so this is just for your information. So you can use option for the restore, minimize, close from right or left. Now let me try to save this file, and to save, let's click on save button. So why, guys, is giving me the option to save as? Okay, because this Excel file we have created from very very scratch. Okay, so we didn't open any existing pre saved Excel file. So that's the reason it's giving the option to save as. So either I can save from file from this particular location and it's going to the save as, or I can simply click on file and click on save as. Okay, so where exactly you would like to save the file? So let's say I'm going to save this file into the documents. Okay, so if I click on document, the another dialog box open. Similarly, you can choose the different option here, like this PC, browse, or even OneDrive. Okay, so let's give the name Excel practice. Okay, and we'll save this file here inside the documents. Now if I open my file explorer here and go to the documents, then I can find my Excel file here, which is just now saved. Now if I close this Excel again, okay, and if I want to open the same Excel what I can do, I can simply double click on this file and it will get open. So it will not give the earlier option like, okay, create a blank Excel or anything, because this particular sheet is already been ready and ready to use. Those type of options you are getting only when you are creating the fresh Excel sheet. And one of the very important thing, guys, okay, whenever you save the document, okay, make sure that you are saving it into the correct path, because if you save in somewhere else, then sometime if you are not familiar with the Excel, then you might find difficulties while opening the Excel all through. Even if you don't remember the location where exactly it's saved, you can simply open the Excel and in the recent file it will show you where exactly this particular file is present by simply moving your mouse to that location. And another thing is, guys, when you try to save the document, so let me just click on save again. Okay, let's click on browse. Okay, so whenever you see my already Excel practice, this particular Excel is already saved. But if in case if you want to change the file type, okay, then here so many file types are available. So based on your requirement, for what purpose exactly you are going to save this Excel file, you can choose the appropriate format. Okay, and once you select that, then let's say I'm just selecting CSV. So once you selected that, okay, you just have to click on save and it will get saved. Now let me cancel this and go back to our main worksheet. Now guys, let's move to our next segment, which is enter values in our Microsoft Excel cell. So how exactly you can enter the values? So there must be something for which you are preparing your Microsoft Excel. So in this particular example, we try to enter some data for our let's say students. Okay, so we'll just create one one of the Excel sheet here, like where we enter serial number, which means 1 2 3 4 5. That's how the serial number is. Then student name. For the D column, we'll mention something like present day or absent dates. Make it simple, present and absent. Total days. Okay, so we'll just make it simple. And as you guys saw that whenever I enter the value, these particular things are very much perfect, but I couldn't see the data, which is complete data, which is I have entered into the C column. So in this situation, what you guys have to do, so earlier we have seen how exactly we can select a column or row, right? But now what you have to basically do, when you move your mouse in between C and D, you will see your cursor is get changed, right? So it's now showing plus icon and with the arrow in a both side. So basically we just have to drag and drop your mouse, okay, so that it will show the entire name. Or else you can also do one of the other things. Instead of drag and drop, okay, you can simply double click on this and it will get picked, adjusted as per the text size which is available in your that particular sheet. Additionally, you can select entire column, okay, entire worksheet by selecting here, okay, and then double click on any of the column which is available here, okay, and your entire Excel sheet will get adjusted based on the data which is present here. There's a one more way, guys. If you want all columns to be at the same size, then you can simply select that much of columns and move, and all the columns will get adjusted with the same size. Now guys, how exactly we are going to enter the data? So here are the serial number. So I'll just set 1 2 3 4, right? So we have entered 1 2 3 4, these four numbers. So here is basically understand what is the pattern, right? So when I click on any single cell, okay, I'm not getting any option here, right? So if I just scroll down, it's just showing 4 4 4 everywhere. Let me just undo this by pressing Ctrl Z. Okay, but if I select this 1 2 3 4 all columns, then here I get autofill handler, or you can say quick analysis, and it gives me the couple of formatting option which you may have seen, may have not seen, right? So whenever I move my mouse, the things get changed. See, color chart. So this is very useful, guys. It's completely depend how whether you are using this or not. But what is it we are going to do here for now? We are simply going to select here and then drag it down to till 10. So since in the 1 to 4 it's got the pattern how exactly I have entered the values, and according when I drag, okay, it automatically created the values. So it's called as a autofill option. Okay, fill series. So there are a couple of options which we are getting. Now here we have the student names. So let me just quickly type some student name here. Now guys, as you see, I have entered some of the information. Okay, so what exactly basically I have done here? So I have entered all the serial numbers, then our student name, or let me just change it this name to something else. So instead of student, we'll just say technologies CEO. Okay, now this look better. Okay, but here I have just misspelled Mark Zuckerberg designation. So, okay, so what exactly is showing CFO? So but his actual designation is CEO. So how exactly we can correct that? So if we just again select that cell and directly start typing something, okay, so it erases everything which is available on that cell, right? So let me just undo this. So how exactly you will be able to correct only that particular wrong word? So for that you have to double click on that cell, okay, then move your mouse and select that particular word and make the correction. Okay, so let me just make it CEO and enter. You are done, or simply select on other cell. Additionally, otherwise what you can do, you can simply select that particular cell and then go to your formula bar and correct the spelling which you have incorrectly typed. Now there is a one more thing, how exactly you can move to the next cell. Okay, so there's a couple of way guys. When you press tab button, okay, you will be directly jumped into the next row. Okay, but if you press shift and press the tab button, then you will be able to go back, okay, in the left side. So without shift key you just go to the forward, and with shift button press, okay, if you press the tab button it goes to the back side. Now similarly you have some arrows in the keyboard, right? So those arrows also you can use for the going down, going up, right and left. Now guys, now here I'll just mention here present or absent. So as you may know that CEO don't mostly stay in office. They work from home, they visit client place and so on, right? So I'll just mention some random number here. So Satya Nadella, how many days he was present in the office? So we'll just say he was just present in the office 4 days. Okay. So here we'll just add as a days. So it will give the idea what exactly this number talks about. So similarly, I press tab and then double click. And there's guys one more shortcut. If you don't want to double click every time, okay, to edit. So what you can do? So when you move your, this particular pointer to your circles, okay, when you select that particular cell, you can simply press F2 button on the keyboard, okay, and it will give the option to edit the cell. So I just press F2 button and now I'll just do the space and put the information as a days. Okay. So in a month he was just present in the office for the 4 days, and rest of let's say 26 days he was away. He wasn't present in the office. So total we are just considering as a 30 days in a month. All through actual working hours are 20, 22, 19, 18. It varies based on the Saturday, Sunday. But here for the example, we just take it as a 26. Now you know what exactly next button I have to press, right, to go to the down. So I'll just simply click on enter and it will take me to the below field. Now Jason Hong, how many days he was present? So let's say he was present 10 days. Now I'll press the tab button and go to the next sheet, and here we'll enter 20. Now Tim Cook, how many days he was present? So we'll say he was present 15 days because his office is very nice, nature friendly. So we'll just mention as a 15 days, and 15 days he wasn't present. Now Amazon. So Amazon, we'll just say, okay, 9 days he was present and 21 days, so on. Let me just fill this number quickly as a random. So here I have filled all the information guys. Now guys, by any chance if you see found out okay there is something mistake which you have done and you want to delete that, then how exactly you can delete? Okay, so you can select the particular cell or the entire range, okay, and simply press delete on your keyboard button. Okay, so I'll just press delete button and you see everything is just gone. Now, guys, by any chance, okay, later on, if you come to know, okay, there's a one more person who is actually doing very much good, okay, that you want to add. So what I'll do, how exactly you can add one, additional row in between, let's say Sundar Pichai and Michael Jackson, Michael Dale. So for in this situation, you have to select the row where you want to add. So in the number of 10, I would like to put inside or insert one additional row. So I'll say simply click or right click and choose insert, and see one row has been got added. So let's say I'll just give the name Sohan G. So actually I am also techie, okay, working in a MNC company, but for now I'll just mark give my name as a, or I'll just say no actual designation here, cyber security consultant, but it's not getting fit in this particular section. So yeah, now which company? So I'll just give the my technical spark. How many days are present? So I'm very much punctual, so I'll just say 20, and absent days are 10. So I'm done with this is how basically you will be able to enter one additional row, guys. Okay, now let's correct the format. So if you can directly change here, mention, type it here as a 10 and then 11, but instead of that we'll just select again the trend from the above and then scroll down, and that's it. This is how you will be able to make the correction here. Now guys, later on, let's say you have identified there is something wrong with the information which you have put, okay, and you want to change that text. So for an example, we'll just take text as a meta, okay, and we'll just paste here as a for couple of times just for our reference. Okay, now what exactly, so how exactly I have pasted, guys? So that is also you have to understand. So I simply copied here, okay, by right click copy. You can use the shortcut command, that is Control C, and then paste it here. Okay, there is a one more way, guys. You can select that simple text, okay, then go to here like copy, okay, and wherever you want to paste, you can select that cell and then click on paste, and it will get pasted here. Okay, now if I, let's say you want to replace some of the things, so what I'll do, I'll just select the things which I wanted to replace. So I don't want, instead of meta, I would like to enter here the Facebook. Okay, so you can press the one shortcut command, that is Control plus H, to replace the text, or you can go it here and select replace, which is available under the editing group. Okay, so we'll just mention here meta, and the replace with, I'll just mention here Facebook. Okay, and if you want to go with the one by one replacement, you can do that, and that's it, guys. It will replace all your keywords when you click on replace all. So there is no more meta is present, right? So that's how it is. Now let me click on delete by pressing the delete button. So this is how you will be able to use the find and replace function. And there are more options available, guys, here. That is also we'll learn one by one when I explore the or teach you the home tab. Now guys, let me talk about the total. Okay, so now guys, here what basically we have to done. So we have to make a total of all these number present as well as the update absent, and make it the total here. So how exactly you can do that? I can calculate that. Okay, 26 plus 4 30. Okay, this is very normal. 10 plus 20 30. But to do that, there is a way, guys. Okay, so guys, here basically we can use the formula. So to enter any formula, we have to type as a is equal to 4 plus 26, okay, is equal to 30. So this basically does the job of all our things. But if I just scroll down 30, okay, so that's how basically it does. Now this is just a one example. Okay, so if I change here anything, or let's some give some wrong figure in the down below, so it will not be come as a 30. So I'll just mention here like 15, 10 and 10. So this, for this particular 3 rows, the numbers will be different. Now if I just calculate here, everywhere is showing 30, okay, which means it doesn't automate our work, and we have to spend lots of time in calculating each and every value. So let me undo this by Control Z, or you can also use this undo button, okay, the arrow which is mentioned here like this. This is how. Now this doesn't work with the way, guys, here the way we expected, because it's not solving or decreasing our work. Instead of it's increase. all through Excel has the capability to do all the things which the calculator does. Now let's me delete this and we'll use another format. Okay, so here basically what exactly we are going to do, I'm going to click on the cell which is F3. Okay, then I'll just give the plus sign and then I'll select G3. Okay, so as you could see, whenever I enter F3 and G3, those select cells are got highlighted and it shows in a different color. Now when I enter, okay, it shows me the calculation of these two cells. Now if I simply double click, then you can see all the days has got automatically calculated. So till here we know that we have calculated enter this value based on 30 days, but here I have made some mistakes, right? So according to that, it has calculated the total days, right? So here we have 33, 30 and then 23. So this is how basically the calculation is done. So instead of manually selecting this, what you can do, you can directly also type that value. So let me just press the equal to sign and then I'll just mention here F3. This cell is got selected and then this time I'll just do minus, okay, G3 and enter. See, the 26 minus 4 is equal to 22 and it's showing the minus sign as well. Now we have another thing also, guys. So if I just type equal and then sum, okay, so these are the formulas, guys. Okay, now let me hit on tab. Now we'll select number 1. So it's give the reference, guys, how exactly it can be configured. Okay, so number 1 comma number 2 and bracket complete and enter. So this is the third way we can configure the formula, guys. So earlier we are just selecting the two cells and then putting actual, let me just double click our plus sign here and then we are calculating. But this time we are just putting the comma. So that's how basically you will be able to work on this. Now all our formulas, or you can say the way we wanted to use Excel, all our this calculation is being automatically done when I just simply double click on this fill handlebar. Now let's delete the below columns, rows. Now guys, who exactly this validated, right? So here I would like to show you how exactly you can use the shortcuts of the Excel. So I'll just mention here reviewer. Okay, now every time let's say you have some unique values, okay, which is pretty longer and you don't want to type each and every time, okay, you just want to use the shortcut. So how exactly we can do that? For that you can simply go to the home tab, a file tab, and then more, and here choose the options. Let's go to the proofing and here we have the auto correct options available. Click on that. Okay, so there are so many things which is it does automatically. Let's say the capitalize the name of the days, capitalize first letter of the sentence. Okay, so these are the some of the exception which has been already been done, right? Now here if you scroll down here you will see so many things like ASEAN, CAN, right? So there are so many which normally humans being are doing the incorrect typing. Okay, those letters get auto corrected. Why? It's just because those list of keywords are mentioned here. Okay, so it automatically does the calculation. Now what I'll do, I'll just mention here TS. Okay, so we don't have anything with the name of TS as you could see. So whenever I type TS, it should get replaced with the, let's say, technical Spark. Okay, now let me just click on add and OK. Again OK. Now here if I just simply click on or just type TS and press enter, you can see it's showing technical Spark, right? So I'll just select this entire things, okay, because I don't have to do anything. And here I have two options, guys. If I want to replicate the same text as is, okay, I can on the keyboard I can press Ctrl+D button, or let me just undo this, or I can use this particular fill button, okay, and we'll select here down. So all the columns below this will get filled with the same information. Now guys, there's one more thing. Let's say you want to move one of the name to somewhere else. So what basically you will do, so whenever you choose your one of the cell which you want to move to the different place, instead of cut, copy, okay, cut or paste, what you can do, you can simply select edge of that particular cell, okay, and then drag this to somewhere else, right? So it's got moved from your this particular cell to L cell where I have drag and drop. Let me just do Control Z. So similarly, let's check out whether we are able to do the same thing with the, let's say, the range or not. So I have selected a range from C2 to E9. Okay, now I'll just click on the edge and we'll paste it and just simply move it here, and see, all the data has been got moved from this particular range to this range. Undo. So hopefully this is pretty much informative how exactly we can start working on the Excel, okay, and the basic cut, copy, paste, how exactly you can fill the data, as well as little bit up on the formulas, how exactly you can populate the data. Now guys, just remember one thing. Now whenever I click on this particular cell, I could see formulas here, but sometime, okay, this is very much tricky or is annoying to see the formula instead of the actual number. So what basically we will have to do, you can simply select that particular cell where the formula is applied, and then basically you have to right click and select copy, okay, and again right click and select the values, okay. So you have basically need to select the values here, and as soon as I select the values, okay, it shows there is formula is completely gone from this formula bar, okay, the cells which we have selected. Now guys, we'll try to try to do a sum of all these things, okay. So what I'll do basically, here we'll just try to merge all these data columns, okay. So I just select all these things, all the cells, and then we'll go to the merge and center, okay, and here I'll just mention here as a total, okay. But as you see, this is doesn't, it's not looking good, so I'll just move this to the right, okay, and make it bold, okay. Similarly, what I'll do, I'll just make this title also as a bold so that it will be catchy, okay. And here we'll again calculate, use the one of the function. So we have to push is equal to, and then what exactly operation you would like to do. So I would like to do a sum, okay, the very easy formula. Now let's press on the tab, and here I'll select all the days, all the columns where we have the values. Now I have selected all the cells where we have the value and which needs to be calculated. Now let's complete the bracket and press enter, and see, I got the 137 days. Now I'll simply copy this, so I'll just paste it here, and it shows the 193, and I'll again paste it here, or instead of paste, what you can do, you can simply drag and drop, right? So this particular, let me just make it bold, okay, by pressing the Control plus B, or you can also do that thing by going to this bold, okay. And guys, whenever I just simply select all the percentage, you can see it also shows the calculation, right, as well as the count and average value. So it's 137. Now if I select the again this few of the cells, then it's showing the total 193. So whatever the output which we are seeing here is very much correct. Now if I select again, then it shows 330. So we are very much good. But there is some issue with the alignment, guys. Okay, so I'll just make it into the center for the serial number and make it short. Right, now it looks little good. Now guys, this particular Excel we have done, but it doesn't look the way more presentable format way, right? So what I'll do, I'll simply delete the very top row as well as the first column. Okay, now it looks like little bit of align. Now how exactly we can make it more presentable way? Okay, so let me just use the auto formatting. Okay, so here we have the option called more commands, okay, and as you could see guys, in the quick access we have very few options: save, undo, redo, and new Excel. Okay, new Excel which we have recently added. Now here it's only showing the popular commands, right? So instead of that, I'll just select all commands. Okay, so it will give the complete information of all the commands which is available in the Excel. So I'll just say it, I have just typed auto, and now here is the one auto format which where I'll be more interested. So I'll just select here add, and once it's added, you will see after I click on OK, it will get added at the quick access bar. Okay, let's click on OK and see, it's done. Now to use that function, what exactly you guys will have to do, you can select on any of the cell which is available here in your table, and then click on this auto format. Now which type of format you would like to choose, you like it, right? So accordingly you can choose the appropriate format and done. So let's say I'm just selecting this one, list one, and click on OK, and see everything is got aligned very much beautifully. Now I couldn't see the edges right in the right side. It should be darker border, which I really want. So I'll just select this entire this table, and we'll go to this particular functions and select thick outside border. Yeah, see now it looks more better. Okay, I just want this to be middle, so there is a little bit of formatting, okay, the alignment which you have to do from your side. Okay, perfect. So this is just for the alignment, guys. So here you can keep your text at the left, center, right, middle, top. So this is the way you will be able to move your text. Now it looks very much better. Now let's say you would like to make some color correction, right? So what you can do, there's a, we have one font colors available. So here we'll just fill the background color to something else. So let's say I'm making it to the green. I'm not good at the color combination, so I just keep the text color as a blue and the background color as a green. But if you want to change the text color, then you can use this automatic color picker here. Okay, which color you would like to go with. So as soon as I move my mouse, okay, you will be able to notice that colors are actually getting changed. Okay, so we'll just keep this dark blue. Perfect. Now this is how you will be able to create or enter the values in your Excel cells and utilize the the function which is available here. Now guys, if you want this particular data to be in a more graphical or visuals format way, like in terms of let's say chart or something like that, okay, then what you can do, let's say you can simply select the those particular data which you would like to be in a chart or some type of this format, and simply press Alt plus F1, okay, and it will create one chart as per the best fit of your based on your data. Okay, so this is the one of the thing which is find very much good suitable for you, and see it has created the chart. Now if you change anything, so here I have 10, so if I make 20, right, or let's say 25, then it will get changed. See, NVIDIA days has been changed from previous value to higher. So here if I change it from 5 to let's say 11, it will again change the value of Salesforce here. Okay, and it's got changed from here. So this is very much useful, guys. But by any chance, okay, if you don't happy with this particular chart, okay, and you would like this particular chart format to be something different, then what exactly you can do, you can simply double click on this chart, and here you will see multiple options, guys, how exactly you would like to present your data, right? So let's say I'm just going with this particular chart now. Let's move this to the right, and here we'll enable couple of the options which is available here. Okay, all through in our upcoming videos we'll see this in more detail. Okay, don't worry about that, but here just this is for your information how exactly these things works, because we are just starting with Microsoft Excel and this is our first video. All through we are going to dig down the entire Excel and extract all the information which is available in Microsoft Excel, and we are going to learn each and everything, guys. So just watch this entire series and don't miss any of the part. Okay, now guys, I'll just align this into this particular sheet so it will look little bit of more beautiful. So as soon as I deselect this, see the selection has been gone. But if I select this my chart again, is get highlight and the automatically dates whichever is present. All through you have the option to whenever you select this, you will be able to drag and drop this this control your selection accordingly. The data which is available inside this chart is get changed. Okay, so this is one of the way. Now there's a one more way, guys. If you if in case if you don't like this particular chart at all, then you can simply go to the insert tab, select the data for which you would like to create the charting. Okay, and accordingly you can move, use multiple option which is available here. Okay, so whenever you navigate, you will see the another, okay, some of charts are getting prepared automatically. Okay, see at the back end, right? So accordingly you can choose that. So this is the basically things how exactly you can start with. Okay, now let's say you would like to print this data, then from where exactly you can print? So I'll just simply go to the file and then select print. Okay, but as you could see, look like some of the data is not visible to me. Okay, so what we will do, let me just select into the this particular page break preview, how it looks. Okay, so I could see there is a blue line, right? So some texts are going outside the blue line. So now to get rid of this, there's a two ways, guys. Okay, so let me just check the first one. So if I go to the print and the page type, right? So if I just select instead of portrait to landscape, then I guess it solves my issue, right? But let's say you guys don't want this to be landscape, so I'll just again change my setting to portrait, and we'll go to the page setting, and here we'll mention fit to 1. Now let me click on OK. See, it's into the same portrait page. So basically this is how you will be able to adjust your printing settings. Okay, and once this is done, then you can select your appropriate printer and click on print button, and it will get printed. Now let me roll back the settings which we have made, 100 and OK. And I'll just go back to the normal view because that is what because majority of the peoples are using normal view only like me. But you are completely free which user view you would like to use. And guys, I guess we have covered a lot of things into the single video, and I really hope that whatever the things are instructed in this entire video is going to be very useful for you guys to start with your Excel journey. And in the next video I'm going to dictate all the options which is mentioned into the home tab and in this ribbon layout. Okay, so we are going to cover each and everything which is available here. So, and this particular video is going to be very interesting, guys, and I inform in the starting of the video, you guys are only utilizing 30% of the information, or let's say 30% to 40% of the information which is mentioned here, but there is so many things which you guys have to learn. Okay, so that with the help of those things you will be able to make your life very much easy, guys. Okay, because there are so many things which can be automated or you can utilize to make your life easy. So hopefully you all guys are interested. If so, please click on the like button and don't forget to share this particular video with all your friends and colleagues who are also interested in the learning of the Excel journey. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, as well as the click on the bell icon, so that as and when I'll upload new video, you guys will get notified. So that's it for now, guys. This is Sohan signing out. I'll catch you in the next amazing video. Till then, bye bye.